sitting here, it blocks it. Omar, block it with your girth.
Wait, what?
Hey, you heard him.
Oh.
Carlos, I can wipe the mustache.
That's cool, dude.
It feels weird.
I like eating my beard.
I know why now.
Dude, it's cool because sometimes I put my beard in my mouth and I like rip out hair follicles and I can feel it like exiting and like it feels nice.
That'll be the intro.
Oh no.
And some podcasts don't even intro until they're like at the end of the video.
I know.
Alright.
Anyway, guys, we'd like to thank our sponsors and the video ends.
No, if you bring a sponsor, you're gonna
do
forget
that.
Cheetos.
There we go.
You should have gotten
Hey, y'all have to debrand those waters.
What?
You're right.
No one's
Took
looking.
out the
Bro, they're
grass.
already debranded. What is that?
This is Texas spring water.
It's already
It's so reflected you can't see
We're
it.
gonna debrand Texas.
It was so reflective you can't see it anyways.
Sponsored
Yeah.
by.
I can't even.
But the people
Let's
need
keep it
to
this
not
way.
know
Yeah, just keep
what
it that
y'all
way. Like,
drink.
they can't see it.
We're not sponsored by Cheetos. Let's just get that out there right away.
I want to be.
No.
I bet you do want the Cheeto.
Shut up.
That Cheeto, right?
Ew.
Oh.
All right, this is where we start.
Great start tonight.
So,
This is y'all's show. You intro.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I was about to say, obviously they're not gonna introduce us, so I guess we gotta introduce ourselves.
Yes.
Ladies and
Take it
gentlemen.
away.
God, these guys are bad hosts.
A negative 10 out of 10 would not subscribe.
10 out of 10 would not subscribe.
Negative 10 out of 10.
Bro, I got $1.49 on my bank account. That kind of sucks, you know. You ever woken up to $1.49?
Dude, I went from $1,000 to $51.
What?
How do you get there?
How?
Payments and investing in other shit that I bought.
He
Buying
went to,
gifts?
He went to
Yes,
Walmart.
that
and
too.
Went to bought a bunch of stuff. that's what investing in a bunch of
The
stuff.
gifts too.
Oh, okay.
But then I got that $250 from fucking UTRGV. So yeah, that's good.
I want. Never. I don't want to
No,
go back to school.
I got a check from $100 from UTRGV. I got $500 for no reason from UTRGV, and then I just got the COVID $250.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
That's all right.
I
It's
want
great.
money.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CodeO-cast with your local idiots, joined by the founders.
All right, Freddy, I think I regret.
Great intro. 10 out of
Join
10.
us today as part of the founders of what we soon be the Dig channel.
So
Dick.
what?
Man, you're selling. You're selling it, bro. You are killing it.
You digging it?
No!
It's you dig it. It's not you digging it. It's a verb.
you dig into it.
Dig is like an emotion. You're not literally digging. I'm frustrated.
You hit the stand, dang it, no.
Oh God.
Welcome back to the.
Welcome back to the Doug channel, where we previously dug it and we are currently digging it.
This is a great episode so far. 10 out of 10.
Join us today. We have.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, baby.
And Cody's dead.
Sponsored by Texas Spring Water.
We're not sponsored, goddammit.
I want to be sponsored by Texas.
So
Spring
do
Water.
I.
I just want a sponsor.
Shut up, Angel. Get back to the dungeon.
Shut up with the audience.
What kind of dungeon do
We
you
have-
have? Man? Jesus
We have a
Christ.
live studio audience.
Filmed in front of a live studio with Angel.
Oh no! You guys suck. Keep it up.
I want to make podcasts just for fun now.
Yeah, me too.
This is great.
This is
I
why we
like
started
this.
this
Okay.
shit.
This is great.
Okay.
I don't know about great, but.
It's something.
It's something. So join us today.
It's gay.
You just can't even start.
Y'all never.
Let's see how long you can do it.
Just see how long we can keep up from doing it.
Oh man, Jesus.
God.
I can't even.
You can't even breathe. Your face is so red, like you're dying.
I want to water.
I can't even breathe.
You know, It's one of those moments where you got the laughing gas going on.
Dude, for real.
All you have to do is just turn off the AC.
It's like
for a
things
bit.
aren't even funny. It's just like your laughing mechanism and your brain just is going at everything.
Yeah, dude, freaking one time, we were in the practice room. It was like a couple of my friends and I were like, I was showing them drumming or whatever, and we were in there for like 10, 15 minutes. We were killing it, and then for the rest of it, we were just laughing. Like we don't know what was up with that room. We don't know if it was just like how hot it got, but man, we just started. We couldn't practice any longer than that.
Jeez.
And that was like not even much. We just barely got through like the first couple things.
That reminds me of this time I hotboxed in a shed with my friends.
Wait,
We were laughing for hours, but that was because of the marijuana.
At least you have a
Yes,
reason.
same dude.
Dude, it was like so funny because like literally someone would like fart. And we would just laugh at that for 30 minutes straight.
I didn't know how to do it.
No, no, I remember smoking at one of my friends' houses because they had the house all to themselves, and then someone just made a really terrible joke. It wasn't even funny, but I laughed for like half an hour straight. I
Oh,
could
God.
not stop.
What if it was really funny, but you were so high you couldn't tell?
Dang, it was like the most genius joke, but you just couldn't connect it.
You couldn't appreciate
I
it.
still laughed at it. That's the point. That's the good thing.
Yeah, but was it you talking or was the weed?
I don't know, man. Could have been the crack. I don't know.
Can we talk?
Wait,
But what?
can it?
Interesting.
What?
He asked if we could talk.
Does anything talk? Is that the question? Are we really even here?
Shut up, Cody. God, you're such a loser.
I know, right?
Omar even in the camera?
I am.
Yes.
Some of his faces.
Half
Boom,
my
you
fa-
suck!
Gosh darn it! I was thrown a D6. If y'all didn't see that.
Oh, what?
I was thrown a D6.
You first you have to have sex to D6.
No one has to do a bunch of these sets.
Me and Freddy are the talent. Let's
Yeah.
go, man. The talent's here now, baby. Y'all held it on for a while, but the boys are here.
Can we switch seats? Can we switch seats?
Well, intro. All right, thanks for joining the new branding of the Dig episode 1. The other ones don't exist, so we'll be deleting them soon. And joined by my handsome, beautiful, lovely wife, Carlos.
There's something you didn't tell us?
Shut up. Yeah, back to the gulag.
Yeah, Omar, shut up. We've known this for years.
I gotta go
This guy
fight.
sucks, man, right?
Right?
I gotta go fight that Make-A-Wish Foundation.
When I see the Make-A-Wish Foundation kid at the gulag and I know what I gotta do.
So, for y'all who don't know, Mr. Hotbox here is the guy who came up with the idea of creating a presence on the online YouTubes.
Did I?
Yeah.
Dude, he originated it. That was
He
before all the
originated,
YouTube stars. He
Yeah.
started it.
Yeah, he started it.
I
So-
created YouTube. Now, I know
you
I
see this
look...
godly beard right here? That says it all.
You probably can't see anything because it's really black. Actually, if I do...
The only one negative thing about him is that he's
Save it
racist.
for your
but-
OnlyFans.
You gotta keep your shirts on.
I currently have 0 subscribers on OnlyFans, so if you guys can help me out.
Wait, what? And
Dude, get on the ball. We've known this for years, man.
and Mr. D-Sex over here.
Thanks, man.
That's your new name, Mr. D6.
Well, now I regret my life choices.
You have peaked. This is why you quit your job.
That's
God.
why you're here.
Yeah.
You've hit bottom. You can make it on this channel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is the master editor of the crew.
Oh, that's what he is.
I guess that's what I am.
He's
Yeah.
just an master.
My skills pale in comparison.
I mean, we're all learning. We're all getting there.
All of our skills pale in comparison. He's a literal god, man. You gotta remember that. You gotta respect
I
him.
can't take it seriously with those gloves on.
I will murder you.
Dang, can I see those gloves?
On.
Yeah.
It's a cute gloves. I like those gloves.
They're adorable. Jack Skellington, dude.
And they turn into mittens, dude.
Dude, I have a coworker.
Ow.
She sits. I'm sorry. You okay? That's great. I have this coworker. She sits right next to me. She has the entirety of Jack Skellington tattooed on her arm.
Oh, damn.
Like his full body?
Her whole arm. Like
no, like
she's
with her
got
whole arm,
she's
but
got
it's-
Jack, and she's got the girl. What's the girl's name?
Sally. Yeah.
She has Sally, and she has the dog.
Zero.
Yeah,
Oh.
and she wants to do another one of Nightmare Before Christmas, but like something here.
On the same
She-
arm.
Yeah, on the same arm.
Okay.
Because her forearm is Sally, Jack, and the dog. I
Yeah.
don't remember the dog's name.
What is
Zero.
your-
Zero.
Zero.
Everybody knew that.
I said the name earlier.
Our live studio,
He did.
You did. The audience verified.
our live studio audience even knew that.
Jamie, play that back. And she has the dog.
0.
Alright, no, but yeah, and she wants to do the, what's that scene where there's like that stalk?
Oh, the one with the-
yeah, that.
She wants to get that right here.
The one with the spiral one?
Yeah,
Spiral
there's the
hills?
moon in the background and them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How romantic.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out she might be my sister-in-law at some point.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah. So
Story time.
So my mom started dating this guy like a year or so ago.
As moms do, yeah.
Yes, as moms do. And so she started dating him, and then after a while, I found out that his daughter-in-law works at the same place I do. And we're like, okay, cool. And then turns out we both got in the same training class. And we both sat right next to each other. And I had no idea
Wow.
for like the first week. And then finally she was like, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and she was just like, oh yeah, your niece and nephew, they live in Houston, right? I was like, how you know that? I was like, she was like, oh, I talk to your mom all the time. She's dating my father-in-law. I was like, oh, that makes sense. And she's like the coolest person ever. And she has like all these cool like tattoos and stuff.
Away from the butt.
There was no butt. You're just a terrible person.
This has been verified.
Yeah, that's cool. So she's like planning on getting like just that scene here with
Yeah,
the jack
yeah.
on it as well, or
Yep.
just the hill?
We were talking about it. She wanted to get something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you should just get the whole scene. And she was like, I don't know, maybe the moon or something, or like, the hill. So I don't know yet. But
I think you could probably do the hill with the moon, and that'd be pretty sweet.
I thought it'd be cool if it was like him and Sally dancing on the stalk, like with the moon in the background. That's what I thought would look cool.
It could be the final shot, because like isn't that? It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
Yeah,
But that's the
is
final
like
shot?
into moon.
Yeah.
I would get that tattoo.
So you hope it's romantic.
I'm just saying the fact that's the final shot in the movie. I'm not
I'm
saying
only.
I want it.
I agree with you because I will never find somebody.
Back to
That's
the
a
gulag
fact.
with you.
So what is the gulag?
All right, so in
It's,
1945,
it's where you beat the Make-A-Wish kid.
three and a half Make-A-Wish Foundation kids thought to themselves, never mind, I'm not going to go on. That's terrible.
You're the one that started it. I was asking about the gulag.
We still do not know of this mythical.
Am I going to stretch this out? I don't want to stretch this out.
It's cotton.
Yeah.
It's gonna stretch.
I'm gonna.
You don't want to
Oh, I'm scared.
You
I stretched it. I'm sorry, Cody.
You turned it inside out.
Sorry.
Now you ruined it. Now he'll never be able to sell it. Because that's what you want it for, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Sure, that's the thing I sell.
Yeah.
I love that.
Wait, no,
You
really?
really-
It's not really seeable.
Oh my god, it's so hurtful.
For everyone who did not see this,
No,
he
it's what he
flipped
wants
off
to do later on
the
this
camera
video.
with the let's watch.
So
this.
suggestive.
Oh. So I guess
Those
the
eyebrows
one thing
suggesting
that the audience is not dying to know
They're not?
is they're not dying to know, but I'm gonna ask it anyways.
Do you even know our audience?
No.
Are they dying?
We're gonna
I
find
think
them.
they are the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Wait, guys. Please don't tell me we're recording. I thought we
We've
were
been
just-
recording.
I thought we were just talking as friends.
We've been recording.
I was like, ooh, what's up with these little things?
I was just about to spill my life story.
I was about to do a draw my life, man.
So, what kind of made you think of like starting a YouTube channel and all that?
I hate my job. And I thought if at some point, I have a big investing mentality. I believe everyone in their life should invest at least money or something to help themselves for the future. Like that's a staple. You're looking at me and it's freaking me out. I don't
I'm
know.
audience.
I believe every single person needs to invest something in their life to make a better future, whether that's their time, their money, or some sort of energy. Back to the gulag with you.
Oh my god.
That cup has flown across the room like twice.
And so I thought to myself, I have a bunch of great friends, and we all love the same things, and we all want to be able to start an awesome future at some point. So let's just make a YouTube channel. We all freaking love that. We all want that. So let's all work on investing our money, our time, and our energy to help for the future. So why not start somewhere? So yeah, if no one's investing, you should. I don't know what you're laughing at.
We bought a lot of stuff.
What was that? Did you get that? What was that?
What happened?
There's a gun. I shot you, but you're bulletproof. You should probably go test it out.
I've been lung shot.
It was a rubber
It
band.
was a rubber band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was shot by the audience, and I shot you. I'm just a middleman, so don't get upset with me.
We have been investing in this.
Yeah, I think
He's
it's been-
invested time. He's invested organization. We've invested money. This is great.
Yeah, like honestly, without you two, there would be nothing. Like y'all invested all the technology, all the money, all like the knowledge of setting everything up. Like it's impressive.
I mean, it still looks like nothing because someone said it's all black. but-
Shut up, live studio audience. Back to the gulag with you.
It's a work in progress.
Bro, I don't know about you, but this looks amazing. Like this set, like all of it, it
I mean,
looks
if you
dope.
can see it.
I think what we could do is we could decorate the table. It's black canvas, and we'll just like
That's plastic.
whatever.
I have a great idea for
Yes.
this black canvas. A reverse Buddhist peace symbol.
Wait, what?
Painted red on this black canvas.
I think you're living in the 40s, bro.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Or like the 2040s, am I right?
Oh.
I think you have the right idea, but not on the table. Let's have it up here.
This will be the banner.
This is what gets our channel canceled.
I got
I love
stretch.
it. I love it. Oh no.
Jeez. Oh yeah, I have been thinking of maybe like putting like a what's it called, the tabletop, you know, where it's like
Tabletop
the
gaming.
cover.
right?
No, the covers.
That's copyrighted. Get that out of here.
Like maybe put like a green or a red, like so it looks
Not sponsored.
good contrast.
Definitely.
It'll look really interesting.
We should make a banner. You can actually make. Did you guys know you can make banners for free at the school?
Oh really?
Oh wow.
You can literally, like, if you go to the second or third floor of the library, you can literally ask them to make a banner for you, but they're gonna ask you, is it for a class? Because it needs to be for a class. Just say it's for class. Just be like, I have a presentation.
Our
And
class
you
is called Dig.
exactly, and you can literally make a banner with whatever you want, and they'll print it for you for like free.
We'll have it right here.
Dude, yeah, for real, we could totally do that.
Oh,
And then we can
Careful with
make,
your mic. It looks like it's on the edge. I don't know if it's gonna fall.
Of glory.
and then we can also make armbands, and we'll just put them on, so we can show that we're all united.
We just show up to this episode in uniform.
Whoa, did you hear that?
The AC turned off.
That's
I got
good.
scared.
I prefer that.
Let's talk about the rats.
Let's talk about the rats.
Dude, let's talk about the ghost. Okay, hold on. This is so funny. Okay,
Ghost stories,
so
let's go.
I work. So at my job,
You work.
I work. So at my job, there was
Wait,
this.
so I went to the gulag already?
He's
Who's that rubber band?
That's why he's over there. He's in the gulag. He can't get out. So I work at this place. I'm not gonna say where because I think they don't like that.
Security and guidelines and stuff.
Yeah.
They just don't like
So
it.
I'm just gonna say I work at a place, and this
For legal
place
reasons.
used to be a meat market or some sort of like restaurant type of place, and they had this freezer where they held all the meat at. And apparently, there was a little girl who walked into the freezer
Oh gosh.
and got locked in there.
Is her name Emily?
Her name's Lola.
But she went to play.
Shut up. So apparently this little girl gets locked in the freezer and she was found like days later, frozen, dead, hypothermia. And after that, had said supposedly they'd see her spirit walking around in the restaurant. Years later, that place gets shut down, and then the place where I work at was built over it. And so people have actually found old footage from our security tapes and where I work at. And I've had several trainers tell me that years ago they'd look at the tapes and they would see like a little girl walking around in the break room, and they found computers just all getting knocked down in a row, like simultaneously for no reason. And they see, and apparently all these custodians would see like a little girl and things walking around. And so
She's a really short person.
yeah, maybe a midget is a midget with
Can we
long
say
hair.
midget?
Oh my
It's
God.
short.
A little person, I apologize.
You're looking at two of them right here.
And so,
I'll let that go.
yeah, so we nicknamed her Lola because everyone thinks they see her
Sounds like a
everywhere.
dog.
Does she look like a rat?
Wait.
Like a dog name.
So they nicknamed her Lola because they think everyone sees her.
It's because everyone's gone Lola.
What?
What?
Thank you, Freddy.
That's why he's in the gulag. So yeah, that's a ghost story that I got that I can think of, which I thought was
Can
interesting.
we talk about how haunted this place is?
Dude, this apartment is so freaking haunted.
It's not really, but to hear stories. Like,
It's almost as if he's never had any issues with it, but everyone else literally
It's
has.
because the
You remember that
likes
thing?
it.
Oh, there was that thing.
Dude, that was terrifying.
That was terrifying.
You should talk about
I-
the slamming door
I
first.
saw
Okay.
it and he heard it.
Here's the story. All right, story of the slamming door. We should
This is
make
why we
that
have
Yeah,
these guys
story
as
of the
guests.
slamming
a
door.
story of the slamming door. Okay, so 'twas the night before Christmas.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
shut up.
Oh,
I thought
sorry.
that was in the summer.
It's called
Jesus, it was in the summer.
It
Okay.
was the night before summer.
So we were all
Saturday.
chilling in my room upstairs. We were having a great time. We were lit. We were, getting things going. And then we were all getting tired. And so Omar was chilling in my room, and he decides to leave to go to his room. Opens the door, closes our door, and I can hear him close his door in his room because it's like right there. And we're all just chilling. I can hear my stomach. If you hear the stomach on camera, I apologize. But it's the goose.
Gulag.
Ghost is hungry for gulag.
I do.
And so we're all just chilling, and the lights are off, and it's me, it's Jesus, and Eladio all sleeping in the room.
Yeah.
Yes, we have three
Jesus.
people sleeping in one room. Don't judge me. I was a poor college student. I still am poor, but I'm not a college student anymore.
You guys still have 3 people in one room.
Well, Jesus moved to Houston. He'll
Oh.
be back in about 3 weeks,
Uh,
4 weeks. Anyway, we're all chilling there, and then the door opens on its own. And that's normal. We're not worried about that. We all start laughing to ourselves, like, oh, the door opened again on its own, whatever, which is a thing that happens all the time. But the door was completely shut. And so that was my alarm. And I started freaking out a little bit. I was like, hey, Eladio, can you go close the door, please? And before Eladio even gets up, the door slams shut, like, super fast on its own. Like, you could feel a slight breeze from how quick it shut. And it just shut on its own. And we all freaked out. And I knew Jesus and Eladio were freaking out. Because when they freak out, they can't stop laughing. If they don't stop laughing, that means they're truly like, what the heck just happened? And dude, they're like dying right now. And we're all freaking out. And we all three simultaneously went downstairs with flashlights looking for somebody who could have been in the apartment. Because there's no way that that door just slammed on its own. And I had called Omar, or I texted Omar. I was like, hey, Omar, was that you? Did you close the door? He was like, no, I'm in bed. I was like, where's Freddy? He's like, Freddy's sleeping right next to me. So there was no one who could have shut the door, but it just opened and slammed really hard on its own. We're all freaking out. We found nothing. And so that was the first scene that we knew something was going on. And everyone, well, mostly everyone, has been experiencing little things. Eladio has heard people walking up and down stairs. People have heard knocking and stuff, normal stuff.
The past roommate has heard a whistle in the middle of the night.
Oh, that's right. Ochoa heard a whistle, and we heard that he was streaming, and there was just a really random whistle inside the apartment. That was weird. That was pretty cool, though.
You even
And
had the video evidence.
there was
from it,
that
'cause you
time
clipped it.
there was that time me and our gulag member back there. I was sitting on this couch. He was sitting on that couch. And we were both watching Rick and Morty, naturally. And I heard something scurry behind me. I don't know what it was, but I have a shoe rack right now. But before I had a shoe rack, all my shoes were just on the floor. I was disgusting. I apologize for my habits. But I just hear my shoes just ruffling. And I'm like, what the crap was that? And I look behind me. And before I even looked behind me, Angel was just like,
No names!
the gulag member.
I guess I'll cut that
Yeah,
out.
the gulag member.
no, leave it in. Just
I
leave it.
am-
No names!
I'll keep. Anyways.
The gulag member literally says, did you see that? I was like, I didn't see a thing, but I heard something. He was like, dude, you didn't see that giant thing that ran behind you? I was like, no. And the gulag member described to me as a yellow blur that ran or darted as fast as it could. It looked like a blur and just went right behind where I was sitting. And I knew something went behind me because I heard my shoes ruffle. I was like, what the heck? And we both looked and there was nothing. And the gulag member described it as something about this size that was a blur of yellow that darted like the wind right behind my chair. And I heard something, so I know there was something. So he saw it, I heard it, we searched everywhere, we couldn't find a single thing. And then we just kept watching Rick and Morty. Because we were like, if we die, we
As
die.
intellectuals do.
As intellectuals do.
What if Eladio summoned the demon Pikachu?
Dang it, again?
Again.
We had to talk about this.
He has a shrine.
So we've been terrified of this apartment, but
Back when you guys had this large couch and I spent the night that one time, all I remember hearing in the night was like little noises, and I heard like little whispers, but I couldn't even tell what they were saying. It was
Oh,
really-
that's a lot of you. He's usually.
Yeah, let's get that up.
No, we've had guests in this house before, remember? And they've all been in this area in the living room back when we had 3 couches, and all of them said that they would hear knocking on the windows, or they would see like a shadow pass by the back. So
I slept here.
Casey, did Casey ever tell you his experience?
I don't think so.
When Casey was sleeping on that couch, he told me one morning that he was terrified because he saw a woman in white
Oh,
right
yeah,
next
that
to
one.
him. I remember, I don't know what was going on. I came downstairs, I was going to the kitchen, I think I was getting ready for work, and he like tapped me on the shoulder. He was like kind of worried. He was like, something crazy happened. I was like, what? He was like, Roger's back. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I woke up one morning, I had to use the restroom, and as I was getting up, I saw someone in white walk up right next to me, and I screamed. He even asked me, he's like, did you hear me scream last night? I was like, no. He goes, I screamed last night because I saw someone in white walk right next to me in the living room.
Really go scream.
Yeah, he does.
No.
That's awful.
No.
Well, if you're watching it, Casey, they're making fun of you.
Also, for the
No.
So yeah, that's what happened with him.
for those of you who don't know, Roger is the name of the ghost.
Oh yeah, we nicknamed the ghost Roger.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It just stuck.
It's because
Roger.
okay. Here's why. So the couch that used to be where the setup is currently now, we picked it up. Well, me and another guy picked it up and brought it here, and it was like a dirty, disgusting couch.
Should we tell them the nickname of the couch?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm getting to. That's why we call it Roger. So when we got it here, this couch was disgusting, and so we started making this joke. We were like, I bet this couch belonged to a couple gay guys who had STDs, and they were like, it's a gay AIDS couch. And so then we realized we didn't start getting haunted until this couch came in. So it was probably a really evil gay spirit haunting this apartment. And so for some reason, we all simultaneously agreed, what's an evil gay name? Roger. Roger is the evilest, gayest name in the world.
You know that
I'm sorry for the one dude. I'm sorry for the one dude named Roger in the audience.
Yeah, so
Hey, Roger, you gotta admit. I mean, come on.
you should have legally changed your name by now.
You know it's par for the course.
Yeah, so
That's great.
thus Roger was born, and he scurries across my shoes.
Is there something about your feet?
Oh, crap.
Is he a feet guy?
Feet located.
Jeez.
But I didn't know that you never saw anything or heard anything. I thought you were also like in the loop of like having something that happened to you.
No, I've only ever heard the stories of. Never really had anything firsthand. I mean, I prefer to keep it that way, so that way I can still say I don't believe it.
What about the poacher guys?
What?
Remember that one time?
What?
What?
Look.
Oh my god, the poltergeist.
I'm not gonna lie, that scared me. If you
always
replay
miss
the
the
tape,
throw.
you're gonna see me go.
Dude, what if that kitchen packet exploded on impact?
Oh no.
That'd be some.
Right up
Back to the gulag.
That'd be some
Somebody else hear a
impacts.
door right now?
No, that was me. I bumped against
No,
things.
you didn't hear that? It's on.
Shut up.
Someone-
Get out of here.
Stop
I
playing.
was here, right?
Stop.
It's Jesus, he's back.
That scares me.
No, I didn't hear something right here.
I guess it doesn't help that I
It's
accidentally
a lot
scare you
of good
sometimes.
activities.
Dude, you scare the heck out of me all the time, and I hate
So
it.
allow
Sometimes
yourself-
I don't need to do it.
Are you gonna tell them how he stares at you?
What?
There were times where, like, so Omar is extremely stealthy. Like, he just does not leave any sort of sound. And so he likes to scare me. Sometimes okay, so if I come home from this side of the apartment, the lights will be on in the kitchen. But Omar, the moment he hears keys clanking on the door, he somehow is quick enough to turn the lights off, get in position, and wait for me. And all it takes is for me opening the door with the keys, and he's already in position to scare me with all the lights off. And he just comes out of nowhere and freaks me out, and I hate it. And he's done that so many times. And sometimes he'll just stand there with his stupid face. That's enough to freak me out.
His
No,
punch
the
him
audience in the face.
What? That's sickening. Put that away.
Okay.
Jamie, we're going to look at it.
Shut
Alright,
the
well, I'm
fuck.
out of frame.
So yeah, that terrifies me. I'm a very scared person. Like we're filming Resident Evil, and my anxiety levels are off the charts. I hate it.
Inserting the game.
Resident Evil 7 in particular. Yes. And if it gets popular enough, we just might go through the whole series. Isn't that right, guys?
If you guys like this video,
Check out our dig channel.
and you want to see me scared all the time, come watch us play, and I will get scared, and you will laugh,
Yes.
and I will cry. You will see me possibly get an anxiety attack.
Sponsored by Dig.
He has a mental issue.
I will. So I thought I was either diabetic or I was on the verge of having a heart attack. I went to the doctor. They said I'm fine. I just have anxiety and depression. So
That'll do it.
yeah,
It's-
I will purposely not take my medication just so that way you guys can have good content.
Oh no.
Did y'all ever have like those classmates in like high school where
I had
You
classmates in high school, yeah.
you could kind of tell the ones who would claim to have anxiety and depression for
Oh,
attention,
yeah.
and then you had the ones who actually did?
Yeah, you can easily tell.
Dude, I have a messed up story.
Oh, please
I didn't hear
share.
it.
Please
This whole
share.
Yeah.
Conversation has been one messed up story.
Kinda, I mean,
This
if
whole
you go through
channel
the
is one
list-
messed up story.
Yeah, so basically,
And find out next time.
X on the conclusion.
it's like one of those voicemails. If you would like to watch more.
Subscribe to the fans only.
Yeah, so basically, it was back in middle school. I want to say it might have been like 6th or 7th grade or something. Yeah, so there was like I think it was like a storm going on or whatever. And it was like one of those I think it was like cold blue or something. I think it might have been like a hurricane or whatever. It's
Just a casual
it's
hurricane.
whatever they got. It was called something.
It's a casual hurricane, whatever.
Yeah, so that was kind of going on, and then they had it to where nobody was like to get out of the classrooms. Everybody stay inside or whatever. Everybody go to the back of the room, the doors closed and stuff, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, and then I didn't have that good a way with words. But yeah, and I was mostly really in it to just kind of get people to get a reaction. I like to just make people react in a particular way. And so I have a tendency of just saying stuff that's like out of nowhere, just so that way it just gets the point across. Yes. So yeah, before it'd usually be kind of out of anger or just out of like boredom or whatever. Now I tend try not to let anger ones come out. So
You're very good at that.
I try. Thank you.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the story. I'm just kidding.
Wow, you are such a strong person.
Thanks, man. I really try.
You're a hero.
Yes, excellent. Okay, so the messed up part. One of my classmates was having a panic attack.
Oh.
And so
Oh, no.
I didn't know a thing about people having panic attacks.
Yeah,
I've
you
never,
think.
I never experienced panic attacks.
Now
or
I have a story
anxiety.
after this.
Yeah, and I've never really had that sort of feeling before, and so because of that, I wouldn't really know how to handle those sorts of things. So I just hear this person breathing kind of heavily, like
sounds like me.
they're just going, breathing like in and out, kind of rapidly, deep breaths, whatever. She's kind of like holding her chest a bit, and people are like whatever, like consoling her, whatever, and. I was kind of just hearing that for a while. I didn't really pay too much attention. I was just chatting or whatever. And then it gets to the point where it's mostly quiet, but she's still going through whatever, her thing. And yeah, that kind of gives the attitude of where this is going. So eventually, I was just like, I'm just going to say Sally. I was like, Sally, can you just shut up? I don't know what's going. It's just calm down. And then they were just telling me like she's having like a panic attack or whatever, this and that. I was just like, all right, well she can keep it down a bit. So,
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
yeah.
Glad she wasn't having a seizure. Hey, Sally, you gotta finish. That's next.
Sally has-
Get off the ground.
I didn't know what the heck that even meant when they said
Sally
she was
has a
having a
seizure. Why
panic
are you
attack. I was
dancing on
just
the
like,
ground?
I was just thinking like she's just doing this for whatever, and I was just like,
Who's panic? Why
seriously,
is that?
chill out.
What's that SpongeBob music?
But yeah, so that happened. Eventually, it passed over. I would like to say I apologize, but I don't remember apologizing. So yes. Also,
She has schizophrenia too.
Also, I think she's. I believe she's also one of my cousins as well. Not immediate, but
Wow.
kind of like.
Second?
I think so. I don't know. It's like cousin of cousin. I don't know. I don't remember. I just know that we were related, not immediate, but it's, I think from like one distant relative. But yeah, I mean, like since then I never had any bad beef with her or anything. She was just like, we just. I think I'm the only one that really remembers that. Because I remember after the fact being like, that's pretty messed up. And I didn't know how to bring it up to be like, hey, I'm sorry about telling you to shut up and you're going through that.
It's just in the shower 8 years later. Like, man, I was getting messed up.
So it's like it's been years since then. It's like I'd be the only one bringing it up. So.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so I try not to say those kinds of comments anymore.
Gosh.
At least not verbally.
He's not verbal. I'll thank you, and I'll be like, listen, man, I don't know what you're doing.
I know you're having an anxiety attack or a panic attack. But
Anyways,
please
I think
shut the
that's.
F up.
I think we'll just transition over to whatever you had.
Yeah, I remember I was having a good panic attack over here, and Freddy was with me, and Freddy was showing that he was very clearly inexperienced with panic attacks. And so I was sitting there, and I was freaking out. I had chest pains. I couldn't breathe. I was like going lightheaded, and I thought I was gonna die. And I was telling Freddy, I was like, dude, I feel terrible right now. Oh, God, I don't know what to do. I'm like freaking out. I'm like pacing back and forth. I'm trying to catch my breath. And Freddy just goes, hey man, can you just calm down? I was like, yeah, I'll try, man. He was just like,
nice way of saying, can you please shut up?
yeah.
Sally?"
He was like, hey man, just stop. I was like, yeah, dude, you're right. I'll try that, man. I'll try. And Freddy was like, Freddy was like, if you need a ride to the hospital or anything, just let me know. All right, bye. He just walks upstairs.
I told you, like, I have no experience with this. I don't know what the heck to do. I can only make it worse. So I was just like, I'm gonna remove myself from the equation. It should be better than if I were to stay here.
And
That made it worse.
And then I literally started crying. Like I started crying from like the anxiety.
no.
And I was alone in the living room crying. And then Omar comes down, and Omar is like, he had it. He just hugged me. He was like, "It's okay, man." He started caressing. I was like, Omar, I'm sorry. And then Omar like made it a million times better.
See, and you know what? If I hadn't gone upstairs, I would
Shut
not
up!
have.
Get out of here!
Hey, listen to this. When I went upstairs, Omar was like, "Hey, so you guys doing whatever?" And I was like, well, Carlos is having a panic attack. I didn't know what to do, so I just went upstairs. Because I went upstairs and told him, he went downstairs to help you.
You know, you're a killer
So I
messenger.
want to see who actually did the correct job.
It doesn't matter.
It was a tag team.
Leave a poll in the comment section below.
No, because even then I
Was
remember.
this another Sally moment?
Oh no.
What do you guys think?
I remember when Cody was having that was when you were having some, and that was the way I had to just being there was the best way to go about it.
I wish I could confirm it, but every time I have a PTSD attack, I blank out, so I don't remember anything.
So Sally
at all.
doesn't remember.
I
So
never
just-
remember at all. So anything that he does
I hope she
to help
doesn't.
me in reality, I don't remember anything.
Oh god.
I just all I remember is blanking out and then waking up and he's like right there, being like, "Are you okay?"
Because,
You
like,
okay?" That's all I remember.
Because it happened recently again, right? With the well, I mean, you've been saying it because you were there.
Yeah.
What was it? There was gunshots at your practice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
There was like 3 shots there fired off at practice, like last week.
Were it tequilas or?
God, I can just imagine someone's like, "Cody, what can I do to help you?" Just like, I don't know.
No, here's the thing.
I never
Here's the
know.
thing. From my understanding, what people were saying was they tried to talk to me like, "Hey, Cody, you good? You good?" Like just try to calm down. And I never responded according to them. I was just there like this, like heavily breathing. I never responded to anybody at all.
Jeez.
It's
That's rough.
bad.
What if they slap the crap out of you?
If they did, I probably wouldn't even know. To be honest.
They wanted a slice of that cake.
Oh no! No!
Oh, man.
I was gonna eat some brownies back there, but I found my
Oh, no.
got a slice of cake right here.
No. You have Omar's cake.
We don't have a HR department yet, do we?
No,
It's just us. Who
It's
would
just
be
That's, that's our gulag person over there.
because I've had a panic attack at work before. I think it was last year. I wasn't doing so well in tips that month, and there's this one night where it's my last day of work for that week, and so I was really depending on this one night to carry me over. Because what I tried to do is, I try to out of all the tips and cash that I make, I try to make that to be what I pay for the monthly bill. I don't like to pull out of my bank account, and so I was like kind of bummed out because I wasn't making that a lot that one night. And this one table, I think was like mom and two daughters. They leave and she pays with a card, and then she looks at me and says, "I'm really sorry, I can't really tip you any more than this, but hopefully if I get you next time, I'll leave you something." And I just turned around and I said, thank you, and they walked away, and I just started feeling like heavy on my heart. I go to the restroom and my face is red like a tomato. It's just really, really red. And I look a little closer, my eyes are getting red as well, and I just start bawling. Like, just crying, and I don't know why I thought basketball, but I started like just crying in front of the mirror.
Yeah, man.
And I
Balling in the bathroom.
I walked to my manager. I'm just like, I don't feel so good. And she was like, just go walk around. I go walk around. I go to the back, like near a dumpster, just so no one could see me. And then the people started looking for me because I was there for like 10 minutes. I go back inside because I think I'm good. And when I come back inside the restaurant, I still don't feel well. They're like, yeah, just go home. And it wasn't until I got to my bed that I actually started feeling better. But the stress of not feeling like I could have made bills that month just got to me so bad that that was my first panic attack.
It doesn't, man. It doesn't.
Adulting would not recommend it.
Please don't. If you can find a way to speed run life.
Dude, once you move out, it's like your free trial and life has ended.
Exactly.
That's how you get here.
Yeah, you dig your own grave, huh?
It's so weird though. It's like you learn the most from moving out, but you suffer the most too. But it's
Yeah.
not. Dang, isn't that right? The suffering equates to wisdom. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah. No, let's just say that into the mic a little bit.
Suffering equates to wisdom.
And now we gained 10 subscribers. They came from the ASMR side of YouTube.
Roger came back.
Oh God, where are you?
I'm just.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's wild. I can't. I'm trying to think of a time that I freaked out about bills. I remember when because I moved out when I was like 18, and I lived in the dorms. And then when it was Christmas break or summer break, I would live with not you, but like the other guys' apartment.
Yeah.
And that was hard because I had a job during the dorms, but when school was out, I didn't have a job. So I would literally use savings, or my amazing mother would throw me money like every month. I was like, thank goodness. But I would literally live off like, I don't know, $50 to $100 a month. And I would stay at just the guy's apartment. And I would stretch that $100 for food, for going out with y'all, with dates, with trying to have fun in some sort of way. I would stretch that out for the whole month. And so during summer, that was stupid hard, especially because we would do campus events, and we would do stuff where we would just, all kinds of activities. And it was like really hard because I was like broke all the time. And I just remember it's like towards like the end of the month, it's like everybody's like, oh, we want to go do this and do that. And I was like, I have no money, I'm broke. But then again, I'm over here like using $5 to buy meals for like the whole week. And it's like, oh, it's so hard sometimes. Like, adulting sucks. But I learned so much on how to budget, and I learned so much that it doesn't matter how good of something you have, just as long as you have it. And it's like, oh my God. Like, yeah, I eat sandwiches every day, but hey, I'm alive. And who cares? I'm alive. Like, yeah, this is great.
Who cares that you're alive?
Did I say that?
No, I know you said it too close, so it's not seem that way.
That's wild.
I mean,
That's why commas are important.
I don't mind eating sandwiches every day until the rat gets to your bread.
We should name the rat Roger.
Yeah, it's probably it. It's probably
What's
rat.
an evil rat name? Ratatouille.
I was thinking the exact same thing too.
I was trying to think of what was the rat's name from. Do you guys remember the old movie Despero?
Oh,
No.
I remember that.
Bro.
I remember the
remember his
movie.
name.
I don't think I watched it.
I can't remember his name.
I remember the
remember it,
trailer.
but I remember there was So for those of you who don't remember the movie, it's this little mouse who gets infatuated with the way humans live, and he wants to be part of their world. Anyways.
Alright.
No, that's different. He wants to cook in Ratatouille.
Yeah, because this little mouse, he just wants to be part of their world, and then there's a rat who he tries the same thing years before this mouse is even born, and he gets, because he's a rat, obviously, there's a misunderstanding, and he gets, he accidentally causes the death of one of the characters, spoiler, and he gets exiled, and, like, he causes all the rat population to be completely decimated from that area. And so when he runs into the main character, the little mouse,
Yeah.
he does all of his efforts to either undermine him or take his place to gain their trust of the current rulers or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a weird movie. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is a very weird movie.
It's an old movie, dude.
It is
Of course, it's gonna be a little bit weird.
Not all old movies are weird though.
Not all, but some of them are kind of out there.
But all weird movies are old.
Well, Gulag and I want to watch Harry Potter tomorrow, so we're gonna do that. That's lit because that's a Harry Potter. Dang it.
Yes, it is.
That's a Harry Potter?
That's a Christmas movie.
Wait, which
We're
start from the beginning?
We're gonna go in order, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And so the first three are Christmas movies, I think.
They show a snow in all of them because they go through everything.
That's good enough. We get no snow here.
No
Yeah,
spoilers.
stay
Wait,
forever.
does snow really equivalent Christmas?
Yes,
Those when you live
definitely.
Christmas has snow, but not all snow equals Christmas.
Because there's heavy snow in February for some places.
here. Not here.
Right, but when have you ever imagined Christmas without snow? You don't say
When I live
because
here?
we live. But when you imagine Christmas,
Australia, they have Christmas in the summer and they surf. There's no snow.
They also
But-
have everything that wants to kill them.
we're not Australian, nor have we lived in Australia. You can't
Yeah,
say
and yet I can still think of it.
we're in America.
You said, can you imagine Christmas without snow? And I said, I got an answer. I can.
No,
All
we're
right.
not in America.
Put
We're
me in here in a
Texas.
corner, man. I'm in a corner.
We're not in America. We're in Texas. There's a difference. We have more guns.
Oh.
Who's this loser?
I want to pet quokka.
What?
The heck
Quokka?
is that?
Look,
made
look
that
it
up.
up.
What's
It's
a
an
quokka?
Australian animal.
Look, I don't know. I don't
In
have my
the
phone on
in the
me.
edits, we should put like a square picture of a
Yeah,
quokka.
that's what this space
Yeah.
is for. That's what this space
Okay.
is for.
Oh, look, I'm petting it.
It's
Oh,
really-
I don't know what I'm doing
Oh my
here.
Wait, what?
But whatever it is.
Good gosh.
No,
You're touching the
Oh,
quokkas.
for
Dude, we
every-
gotta do more of these. These are fun. These are so fun.
For every bad thing that there is in Australia, they make up for it with one animal, and that is the quokka. It's this adorable little gerbil-looking thing that's actually pretty big.
I want to punt it. I don't know what it is. I just wanna
They're
punt it.
extremely friendly to humans. They're always freaking smiling, extremely photogenic, and they're like the nicest
It's like
beings
Omar.
ever.
Wait,
And they have
What?
no predators
You're
at
a
all. There's like an
quokka.
island full of them, and they have no predators at all.
Small,
Do-
always smiling.
Do quokkas get mad at you because you're trying to help them with their billing situation, but they're telling you you're wrong because the debit card's telling you the expiration date is something else?
Oh
Because
no.
then, if that's true, then Omar is definitely a quokka.
I'm sorry.
Story time.
That was so long ago.
Oh my god.
Freshman year of college for him, my sophomore year.
Oh,
This
is
guy was
weird.
clueless about so many things and how college worked, and so I literally had to walk him through so many things, especially when it came to paying for college. Like, this guy, he broke down so many times. He thought he was gonna get kicked out of school at one point. I was like, Omar, no, like this is normal.
It's funny because you did.
Huh?
It's funny because
I actually did get kicked out of school for a day for not
So
paying.
who's the real idiot?
Me, because I figured it out. Wait, no, dang it.
well,
Finally.
a man of culture.
So I answered my own question, but anyway, I did technically get kicked out of school, but I didn't forget about it. I just went to the financial aid office the next day and I figured it all out. Turns out I was paying double the amount of tuition because I somehow filed as an out-of-state student, which I don't know how I did that. I'm an idiot.
You probably
Well,
misclicked.
someone's a freaking quokka.
God, dude, I'm a quokka. And so I got it all settled and everything was fine. I was able to get an emergency loan that I paid the next day with a grant that I got. And then I ended up getting money back because turns out I had a bunch of grants come in for me. And I was like, heck yeah, bro, this is dope. But then I stupidly took someone's advice and stayed in a dormitory for 3 years straight, and now I'm in debt. Still paying that off. But I shouldn't have lived in a dorm. But anyway, I just remember helping this guy out in college for like his first year. Because he just...
I just really didn't know how to go about anything, and no one had, like, for as much as my high school claims to prepare us for the future, which I think it's every high school because they claim to do everything to prepare you for life. They never once walked you through the process of like actually being in college life. All they walked you through was the process of applying there and getting out of high school. That was as much as they got.
I don't know how to do my taxes, but I do know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse itself.
And we all know this. If you don't know this, you guys got held back.
Or you're way too young to be watching this video.
Pythagorean theory.
Pythagorean.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Back to the gulag.
So which is the C side? Huh? Do you remember? Which is the C side?
Here's the hypotenuse.
Seashell by the seashore?
Excellent.
What?
I wish I was high on pot news.
What?
Get out of here.
Well, we're going back to like the you helping him out. I wish I had somebody to help me out my first semester of college because I told you this story, but I haven't said this on camera to anybody else here. So at my old university before I transferred, I was there on my own. I didn't know anybody at the university, so I was alone pretty much. And art class is expensive as hell. All the supplies and stuff. So all of the $1,000 that I got back in my refund all went down the drain because all the art supplies, all the sculpting stuff that I had to buy just to stay in this class and just to be able to do my assignments. And it was like overworked to the point where as soon as we finished one assignment, we immediately have to do another, and a lot of us only got like 1 hour of sleep max. And some of us even pulled all-nighters for like 2 days straight. And for me, my financial situation was, like I said, all that money went down the drain. I couldn't get a job because I didn't have a car. I couldn't afford to pay for anything pretty much. I was in the dorms and stuff. And it got to the point where for an entire month, I stole popcorn bags from a building. And they're not even the full-size ones, they're the mini ones.
Oh,
and I rationed each popcorn bag out for a week. I was like, 1 week is one popcorn bag, another is another popcorn bag. It was bad.
Oh my god.
It was awful.
You see how skinny he is right now? That doesn't compare to how he got when he went over there and came back.
Oh yeah, I know.
Wait,
I
you
lost a
think
lot of
that
weight
now?
when I came back. I was bad.
You already look anorexic.
Exactly. Imagine that, but 10 times worse.
You already look sick.
It was bad.
You said your like cheeks were like hollow.
You look sick.
Yeah. At the time, I was dating this person, and her mom even said when I was dinner with them.
Wait.
Shut up!
Shut up, gulag.
No.
Was this trust issues or toxic?
Toxic.
Okay.
So I was at dinner at their place, and her mom looks at me and says, "You look like you lost a lot of weight in your face." So, like, legit, I look at myself in the mirror, and it really does look like I was like bony as hell from the face. It was bad. And I'm like, well, yeah, this is the reason why and stuff. It was awful. And then I realized after the professors failed me, spoiler alert, they failed me for not agreeing with them politically, mind you. That's the reason why they fucking failed me. Anyways, so after they failed me, I was like, I'm not going to afford another semester of this. I'm not going to survive another semester of this. I'm going back home. And I transferred here in Medellin.
Aww, cute.
And I've been stuck with him ever since.
Oh.
I made his punchable face.
Oh, jeez.
He does have quite a punchable face.
Like a Kawaka.
Hey, how many of you would punch that face?
I don't know how you passed the class that we met in because you fell asleep every single time.
Dude, I was in that class. I was in that class too.
You guys want to tell your perspectives of it? Because it would be better if you guys said it.
I was playing
Since I
Clash
was
of
not
Clans the
gonna
whole
be
time.
Oh, you tell the story.
Me and him, we were just messing around in a notebook the entire semester playing Clash of Clans. We were ignoring the teacher, and all the work was done through a Pearson program, I think.
God, that teacher sucked.
And so, I don't know what was wrong with her, but she really insisted on teaching like this, to where she wouldn't look at you.
She really did.
She wouldn't look at you, and she would stare at the ground and like that. And so, let's say this guy would fall asleep, she would walk up to him.
This is all you would in this class. This is all you would see me do every single day.
He would lean on his either that or he would lean on his hand and fall asleep like that. He would do that so much that a girl that sat next to him took the time to draw him on her little electronic pad.
Bro, and this wasn't like just some little tablet. Like she had a whole freaking setup. Like she had a really good like software for drawing, bro. And she's over here like art, like beautiful drawing of him sleeping, like every strand of hair, like it was
could see it.
beautiful.
What if she was your stalker?
Well, she did a pretty good job. She got the whole picture.
She went to.
Dude.
Actually, no. I think I know who you're talking about. She went to school with me back in high school.
Oh, she is the stalker.
No.
But yeah, I don't know how this teacher teaches that way. If like,
That was my second time taking that art class. I had failed the first time. So the first time I take, dude, I you know what? This podcast has made me realize I am an idiot. But the first
Aren't we
time,
all though?
But you're the only one with the degree, so.
That is true.
So-
now what am I doing with it?
Your
I got a
worthless.
$24,000 a year job, baby.
And a dig channel.
and and it's a channel with 10 subscribers. Let's go.
17.
We grew.
We do this.
Our
for you,
channel
boo.
has 10. Yours has like 17 with no videos.
God, we gotta upload already.
I know, right?
No, but yeah, I took a class with
Editors.
another girl that I'm really good friends with, and she sat behind me, and I think she transferred her mental illness to me because she used to get really bad anxiety attacks. So where like every time we had class together, she would walk out.
Is that how it works?
Huh?
Is that how it works?
No,
You just
no,
transfer
no.
it?
Disease and it's
I'm allowed to make fun of it because
Everyone
since I am now officially diagnosed, I can make fun of it. But
Don't worry, I'll just continue to not care. So.
I would expect nothing less. Shut up, Gulag. And so me and her would like always talk during class, and we would joke around so much. And like,
Oh, cute.
dude, like we failed that class. I failed that class. She turned everything in at the last day that we could have done. I didn't know, but apparently that she messaged the teacher. She was like, "Hey, I've missed every assignment this semester. Can I turn it all in tomorrow?" And she said yes. And she turned it all in, and she got an A.
Wow.
I got an F.
That was me this semester in one of my classes. So what he did was he just put like everything online and they're all due on the exact same day, which is like the last day of the semester. Like a few weeks ago, I remember getting all of those, getting all the readings and just doing 25 assignments in one night.
was that the conducting class?
No, that was the, what was it? That was the history and literature class.
History and literature.
So-
Music,
25
history,
assignments.
literature.
Yeah. So
Yeah, 25 assignments. And then I did all the readings for conducting because I missed every single one of them. I did them all in one night.
it doesn't work out all the time for you.
It doesn't.
It didn't work out last semester.
For theory, no.
So
That was my bad because I forgot all the online assignments.
so for context,
I failed
in the music
miserably. It was
in
awful.
the music degree, there's several concepts about music that you have to learn, not just about an instrument and
GG
how to
well
teach
played,
students.
suck.
You also have to learn some of the history and how music developed into the point where it is now. And so we have these classes that teach you all about the history of it, and they're the worst classes. I'm the worst in that class. I barely passed with an A, but that because we went into COVID times last semester, and the teacher was gracious with me somehow.
Wow.
And so I was actually supposed to get a C. I got my final grades that semester, and I got an A somehow.
Wow.
So.
Jeez.
There's times like that where we can clutch it and get our stuff in at the last minute. But there's this one time where he's better than me in a certain class where you hear something and you have to write it down, and if you write it down correctly, you get a good grade. If you don't, it's like the teacher's still leading with you.
Yeah.
There's these online assignments that you do throughout the semester that keep your grade bumped up even if you don't do so well in the writing stuff down.
Yeah.
And so
I only did one and I missed every single other one. I did all the homework. I did everything that I was supposed to.
Oh,
I participated in
God.
classes, but the online assignments were the only things I missed, and that's why I failed.
if anything, the assignments that we did together
I should have passed.
and exams,
but
that
I
we took
missed the
together,
online assignments.
He did better than me, but because of the fact he would miss those weekly online assignments from time to time.
Yeah.
That's why I failed. That's the only reason why.
Oh God, that's rough.
So I'm retaking it this coming semester. It's
So I'm
gonna be
still a
lit.
freshman.
Dude, you've been in college for like 8 years and you're still a freshman technically.
Oh my god.
No, I took a look at his degree works. It is an absolute mess.
That's what happens. You get sucky advisors.
That is also true. Like, I literally went through everything he had. I looked through all of his grades. I looked through all of his, like, majors. I went through everything. And I was just like, all right, you will be graduated if you just
3 years.
If you do 3 more years and stick to this plan, you will be graduated and done 11 years worth of school, basically.
Wow.
And so you would have a bachelor's.
What's that one SpongeBob meme?
11.
Someone SpongeBob?
If we're talking advisors here, I had the worst advisors in high school because we had this thing called dual enrollment where it's like college classes in high school.
Yeah.
So they forced all this crap upon us. They're like, take all these DC courses and stuff like that. And I did it. I did exactly what they told me because I didn't know any better. Now, I'm like 99% complete on my hours, but not my credits. Because I have a whole bunch of math classes just that don't even count.
Tell me about it. Even if I got that bachelor's, I'll be over like 10 hours already and $12,000 more.
Like, I'm like
You didn't wanna be
maybe
on
3
camera.
math classes. I'm like 3 math classes
He has,
away
like,
from an
good
associate's in
content.
math. That's how much math classes I have.
Damn.
Like, Jesus
I had more
Christ.
math classes than the math majors.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Mechanical engineering.
Oh.
Go to like calculus 3.
Oh my gosh.
Math majors, I think, just go calculus
Huh.
1.
Communications degree. What did I learn? I wasted money.
You're not on the camera! And that's
At least you're
what
not a
I'm
music major. That's where we really waste money.
What?
But at least you guys, like, you know, have
fun.
a like a literal solid instrument that you like are mastering. You know, like with me, yeah, I can speak well and I have good relationship with people, but it's like it's all right. You shut up, Gulag. You'd be nothing without me.
Scrolling here.
You would be nothing without
I
me.
don't know what he's heard about.
Using your major at its finest.
You can take the dark archetype, and so it's like but it's like you guys have like a literal thing that you master that you can play. That's like super cool. Shut up, Gulag.
Yeah, if it weren't for like the guys that are closest in my life, I would still be doing science, and I would be crying every night because I wouldn't like it.
Yep. Indeed.
That's just how life be sometimes.
That's the way the news
Science
goes.
sucks, bro.
Science is great.
Because there's nothing against it. I really liked it in high school, and I was good at it. I would get very good grades in like science type classes. It's just that it's not something I would want to work in. I thought I wanted to be like a surgeon, a neurological surgeon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a whole other
because if you think about it, it's like 4 years bachelor's. That's if you're on top of all your stuff. Then there's the medical school, which is about 3,
4 years.
4, and then your residence
2.
2, and then you can practice like maybe on your own, right? I think that's when you practice on your own. Yeah, even then you're still under someone to like the tutelage until you actually end up as.
You say tutelage.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you're still working.
Yeah, it's a word. I know your grammar sucks, but learn a freaking word.
Yeah,
How about you read a dictionary every once in a while? Hey, how about you go to the gulag and kill a freaking word? Maybe you'll learn it.
I don't need a dictionary when I have you, you
Freaking idiot. He was about to call me a tutelage because he just learned it and he wants to, use it.
I feel like he was going somewhere else.
I don't know where we were at.
No worries. I think it's a good place to call it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we've gotten a good glimpse into the life of these dudes, and you might be seeing these dudes host podcasts eventually, or take care of some of the good videos. This is just some of the glimpse of the content you'll be seeing over there in the Dig channel and more on the CodeO-cast.
I feel like all I really got out of this is that I'm a bad person.
Shut up, Sally.
Bad person, anxiety,
Fucking retard.
panic. We're doing great, guys.
This is an emotional channel. Let's talk about our mental health.
What?
And then mock each other.
Dude, I'm gonna get a mental health channel on this thingy, and I'm gonna give the
You
worst
tell me to
advice.
shut
This is a mental health segment where we trigger your anxiety.
Oh my god.
Because we don't know how to handle ours.
no.
We're gonna put the video upside down and we're gonna focus just on one
Oh.
spot to mess with people.
We're gonna start flashing.
Dude, like, I relate. You know what? Okay, I know we're supposed to end it, but
You're
final
making
thoughts.
it
Final thoughts.
Yeah.
The thing that I relate with the most is Tony Stark in Iron Man 3. Because just someone talking about anxiety gave him anxiety attack. Like, I feel that. If someone just brings that up, I start, like, wanting to freak out sometimes.
So how do you feel right now?
This is actually enjoyable because, like, I'm actually having a good time. But, like, let's say we're on the couch or something and, like, a movie pops up and some guy's freaking out. Or, like, if someone's talking about it, like, I start getting a little nervous. I'm like, okay. Or if my mom texts me, she's like, hey, you have a panic attack today? I'm already like, God, why'd you ask me that? And I'm just like,
Not until now.
I know.
Well, we just tell her to get a code word for it. Have you had a bologna sandwich?
Hey, retard. Did you take your retard pills yet? No, mother.
Cover up a mental illness is something else.
Thank you guys for joining. This has been fun.
bit. It is.
Did you
That's
ever
his.
make
I'll
the
let him
intro?
outro it.
Okay, you get the outro.
We never got through the intro.
Thank you guys for joining. We have been
Yeah,
sponsored
good
by
luck.
Texas Spring Water.
Oh my
No,
God.
wait, no.
Like water, we hope we can flow through your channels and stream into a beautiful relationship where we can all solidify into the ice buckets of our hearts. All right, cool.
You had it at the beginning and then you kind of lost me.
I'm glad you saw that. I was winging. At the end, I was like, I can't think of any more water jokes.
Yeah, you could have just made it to stream into the ocean of thoughts that would be able to be commented down below, but
Dang.
I don't know where you
We're
went
gonna
with
edit that.
And
bye.
anyways, bye.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in to this special episode of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the special guests that we had on today. You'll be seeing a lot more of them in the videos to come, both on the CodeO-cast channel as well as the upcoming Dick channel. We'll be posting there eventually, and we'll let you know when we do. But to make sure, go ahead and click that subscribe button on both channels and ring that bell so you know to get notified whenever we do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave down in the comments what you really enjoyed and any suggestions you may have for us. We all start somewhere, right? Thank you for all the support, and we'll see you next time on the CodeO-cast.